Alright, the big news is I'm leaving Japan. I am going back to the United States. Yeah. It's been half a year. That's change, folks. Happens quicker than we're ready for. But I'm back now. Hello to whoever's watching this. My name is Yvonne. I make videos about Japan. I lived there from 2019 to 2020, and I make videos about Japan, living in Japan, teaching English in Japan, as well as thoughts on living abroad and everything that goes in between. As you can see from the dates, I recorded the clip that started the video quite a long time ago, in July of 2020. Today's date is February the 1st of 2021. It's taken me half a year to be ready to edit more videos about Japan. It's been a difficult transition. Maybe you've come back from living abroad too and you know what I'm talking about, but there's a lot of complicated emotions and feelings involved with it, and it was just a little challenging for me to go back and watch some cheery Japan videos from a really different time, but a really wonderful time in my life. To be honest, looking through the old photos and videos, I felt a lot like saying goodbye to Japan over and over and over again. And I wasn't ready to let go. But now I know that if I want to move forward with my life, I have to. It's time. So I'm going to stop that disclaimer ramble session and let's go back to July of 2020, which was right before I made my move back from Japan to the United States. I hope you enjoy the video. And I don't regret anything about coming to Japan, teaching in Japan, living in Japan, aside from maybe lack of studying the language. I should have studied a lot more Japanese, but I know this isn't the last time I'll be in Japan or the last time I'll live in a different country. It was very formative, and I'm so excited to take on the new challenges with the widened perspective that I have here from having taught in Japan, traveled Japan. It's a wonderful country, and an important part of my heart and my soul will always live on here. And I can't wait to revisit again in the future. All that's left ahead of me between the end of school, which was yesterday, and moving back to America is packing and doing the little bit of traveling that I can. A little bit of exploring, of course, within safety and reason of the current global pandemic. I don't know when I get to return, so I'm going to see what I can and fly home. And Japan has been wonderful for me. It's been a source of so much learning and creativity in my life, and I'm going to miss it very, very much. I'll miss Japan, I'll miss the people, I'll miss the scenery, I'll miss the trains. I'll even miss the little moments of confusion and frustration, because although some days are difficult, they're always interesting. I'm just so grateful. Alright, let's get the show on the road and pack up my apartment. I hate packing and I hate moving, but I just gotta rip off the band-aid and make it happen. Here we go. Cue the overly dramatic music for a recap reel. entire reader board is just cancelled, 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 cancelled. I can't even.
Yeah, just run and I'll follow. Okay, I'm catching up. Okay, I caught up. Hold on, wait, one more. Oh my god,
She's not wearing a white collar.
Okay, so that brings us up to August of 2020 when I finally arrived back in the United States to get on to whatever's next in my life. And I will share some of those things that I've been able to do back at home in the US and what that transition has been like. But first things first, I will go back into my favorite kind of Japan era of my life and put together some of the small trips and getaways and takeaways that I have from the experience. Somehow creating videos out of those felt a little early for me, and I wasn't quite ready to let go of that moment, that part, that amazing era of my life. I did discover later on though that even though the photos and videos from Japan were making me sad, not going through them, not letting myself feel what I needed to feel, felt almost worse. I needed the time. These kinds of things take time, definitely. But now that I'm ready, I know I really need to put my videos together again. It's kind of like a journaling process for me. It helps me cope with change and embrace new things by putting my thoughts and words and kind of the images in my head together in a meaningful way. So like my visual scrapbook, so to speak. I would be extremely remiss if I did not mention this. I wanted to say that even though I talk about my sadness and that maybe it was challenging to go through the transition I did, everything considered, I'm incredibly lucky. So lucky to have experienced living in Japan, to have been able to move there, been able to live there, when right now it's hard for so many people even just to have a job or keep their job and make an income. So above everything, I'm just so grateful. But at the end of the day, feelings still need to be felt. Change and your evolution still has to be processed. You still have to move forward. You still have to feel what you need to feel. So this is my way of doing that. My heart goes out to everyone who's dealing with a lot of challenges during the pandemic and outside of the pandemic as well. But I recognize my privilege in all of this, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity and the amazing life that I have been able to have. Now that I am ready to make Japan videos again, stay tuned for lots and lots more clips from Japan. There's a lot of gems in there. There's a lot of really great times that I'm excited to share with you. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in videos about Japan or teaching abroad or teaching online, which I do now, to have an income during the pandemic, stay tuned for a lot more about that. And if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, and that way you know when I'm posting new videos. Thanks again for joining me on this funny, nostalgia, necessary, emotional trip. That about wraps it up for now. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Matane.